Hi, welcome to the Yarn and Yarns YouTube channel. My name is Angela and all the places you can find me should be linked in the description box below this video. This is a Yarn and Yarns Extra and I thought I'd try and do something similar but different to what we've done before. So I thought this week I'd take you through my week, which I have done quite a few times before, and kind of let you follow me through my days. And a few of you say that you enjoy those sort of day-by-day type videos. So I'm going to do that again, but I'm not going to get you to follow me through my day as such. I'm going to try and get you to follow me through my week in knitting. I've no idea if this is going to work out. I'm not really sure entirely in my head what I'm thinking this will be, but I just want to give it a go, see if I can make a fun, interesting-ish video. So it's Monday and it's 9 PM, hence the crazy light. This is the first time today that I'm getting to sit down and knit, which is quite ironic because I decided I was going to try this concept and then on the first day, almost a fail. It's been a really busy day today. I've had a day off work and I've been busy assembling bookcases so we can get our book collection on display. And then I had a bath, hence pyjamas and wet hair. James is next door having a Zoom with some of his friends. So I am going to try and probably knit for an hour, and then I want to also do some spinning, which I won't chat particularly about in this video. But I'm also hoping to kind of use this video as an incentive to try and concentrate on one project this week. So I've got my huge knitting basket here. Hopefully you can kind of see that. James has stolen my tripod, so you're actually resting on my spinning wheel, which is why it's a bit of a funny angle. But in this basket I've got the Dude cardigan, which is a sweater that I'm working on for James. And I haven't touched this in a couple of weeks. I've stalled on the second sleeve. I'm in the middle of the colourwork section. So yeah, I'm going to try and use this video to kind of track my progress on this project through the week, with an idea of trying to concentrate on this. I'm not going to say there won't be one or two other projects that creep in, but my intention is to work as much on this as possible. So yeah, an hour's worth of knitting time this evening. While I'm knitting, I'm also going to be listening to my current audiobook. This is my current audiobook, The Children of Blood and Bone, by Tony Adeyemi. I completely recommend this book. I love fantasy stories. This is a young adult fantasy written by a Nigerian American author, and it is so good so far. I'm on about chapter 17, so not even halfway. But I'm going to listen to this. I think I'll put a timer on my book for an hour, and then that way when the book stops I'll stop knitting, and then I'll probably pop back and just show you how much I've managed to get done in an hour. I'm on the slowest bit of this sleeve, which is kind of why I've put it aside, but here goes.
Only sounds in the cavern, but in time another sound grows louder. We freeze as footsteps near. Your sword.
It's now just after 10 PM and the last hour just whizzed by. I managed 10 rows, which is not a huge amount, but it looks quite a lot. If I hold this up, this is where I was when I first started chatting to you, and that's what I've got done in the last hour. This colour chart takes forever, but as you can see, I'm now well over halfway through the chart, so that is one good thing. So just 1 hour of knitting achieved in my first day of my lit vlog. So not the most auspicious start, but 10 rows is better than no rows, isn't it? I'm going to sit and do some spinning now. James is still yakking with his friends, but I want to get in an hour or so of spinning before it's time for bed. So time to put the knitting away today, and we'll see what tomorrow brings. Hello, welcome to Tuesday. It's 9:30 in the morning and I've got a to-do list as long as my arm today. But as you can see, I'm here at the beach and I'm going to start my day with half hour or so, hopefully, of just knitting and trying to sort my thoughts out. I've got so much running around in my head because I've got so much that I want to do. I need just a bit of time to breathe and focus and try and sort through my thoughts and prioritise. And number one on my to-do list every day is to take care of my own mental health. And so being here at the beach always does that. So I'm ticking the first thing off my to-do list by being here. So win-win. I brought my beach sock knitting project down with me. And yeah, I'm just going to spend as long as I need to kind of prioritise what I need to do today. And also, we'll see if the weather holds out. There's a big grey cloud just the other side of the camera, so we have been forecast some showers today, but you know, I'm not the wicked witch of the east, west, I don't know, whichever one couldn't handle water. If I get wet, I get wet. It's not a big deal. So I've been here for about half an hour now and I've reached the point on my first sock where I need to start decreasing for the toe, and oh, it's just so beautiful here. It's like a tale of two skies today. There's sort of grey over to the right of me and the sun's trying to peek over to the left of me, and it's making for some beautiful, beautiful light on the sea, and it's so lovely and calm today. I could definitely sit here and put in the toe and probably sit here and put in the heel as well, but I must get on with my day. So time to pack up and start ticking off the things on my to-do list. It's coming up for about 5 p.m. James is just about to finish work. I'm going to be zooming a bit later on with some knit friends, so they'll definitely be knitting then. I've got about an hour and a bit before I have to make us some dinner, so we're going to indulge in a bit of fat rascal munching with a cup of tea, and I'm going to knit a little bit on James's dude sweater, and then I'll probably switch to something a little bit simpler when I'm on my Zoom chat. It's just before 8 p.m. and I managed to knit a few rows on James's dude cardigan, and I've almost finished that infernal colourwork pattern. But it's time to Zoom with some of my knit friends now. So I'm switching projects. I'm switching to my normal people sweater. I'm on the first sleeve. I'm just going round and round. So that seems like a pretty good Zoom and chat project to me. It's 9:30 and I've just had a really lovely Zoom chat with my knitty friends, and I got quite a lot done on my normal people sweater. I didn't have a marker to hand, but I think I was round about here when I first started this evening. So I've done a lot of the sleeve decreases now. Actually, I've finished the sleeve decreases. So I just need to try this on at some point and figure out how long I want my sleeve to be. This has become my Zoom project because one of the ladies that I Zoom with, Charlie, is the designer behind this sweater. So probably going to be the end of my knit day today. I'm going to make my way downstairs and hang out with James. I'm sure we'll watch a little bit of telly, but I think I'm going to do some spinning to finish off my day. Hey, welcome to Wednesday. It's about 8:30 in the morning. I've got about 40-ish minutes before I need to head out the door and get to work. So I'm making myself my first cup of tea of the day. I always have a cup of turmeric gold. First thing, good for the joints apparently, turmeric. And I'm gonna make myself a slice of toast. And then I've got about 4 rows left on that colourwork section of James's cardigan, and 2 of those are plain rows, so just 1 colour rows. So I'm hoping, while I'm eating my breakfast, to get those rows knocked out of that cardigan before I head to work, because it'll probably be this evening before I can sit and knit again. But it'd be really nice if I could get that sleeve done today, so we'll see. It's just after 9. I need to get my bum out the door. But I did it. I finished that infernal colourwork section. I've also started shaping for the sleeves. I've got about 30-ish rows left on this sleeve now, but I'm shaping the sleeve cap, so the rows are getting shorter and shorter. So I am super confident that I will, bar accident and injury, I should have this sleeve done by the end of the day. Famous last words. Hi, welcome to my Thursday. I realised I was a complete vlogging failure last night. I forgot to chat to you about my knitting time. I sat down about 9 o'clock last night, and I did manage, yay, to finish the second sleeve on James's dude, which is excellent. It's about 4 o'clock Thursday afternoon, and I've just got home from work. I'm not planning on knitting yet, but I wanted to catch you up with my yesterday's progress before I forget. I just wanted to say a huge thank you. I posted my video today about the closure of the shop, and I've already had so many kind messages and so many wonderful thoughts and suggestions, and I truly appreciate all of your kind words and your well wishes. I'm sure I'll say this probably on a couple of videos, but it's a tough time at the moment, as I'm sure you can imagine, but your kind thoughts and words and wishes really go a long way to helping me feel a bit better about things. So yeah, I've got some housework to do and a few work bits and pieces like admin wise to do on my laptop, but I thought I'd just quickly check in, and then hopefully I should be back later on this evening. I'm gonna cast on one of the fronts of James's dude sweater, hopefully. Fingers crossed. Exciting times. It's 6:30 and I have done everything that I wanted to do today. I've got crazy scruffy hair going on because I have just done my workout. James's turn to cook tonight. I'm gonna grab myself a cup of tea. I'm gonna sit down and cast on one of the front pieces of the dude sweater. It is just after 10 p.m. I'm so scruffy, sorry. Real life. This is what happens when you vlog as you go. So I have been knitting on and off since I last spoke to you about 6. Obviously we had some dinner and I've faffed around a bit. I've actually done a little bit of work and stuff, so it hasn't been pure knitting. But I've made pretty good progress on the first front piece of the dude. So I've knit about 35 rows and I'm about to start the first colour work section. So I think I'm going to call it a day for my knitting. That's it for my Thursday knitting, and hopefully I will be back tomorrow, Friday, to update you with some more. Good morning, it's Friday, just before 9 AM, and I've got maybe about 45 minutes before I need to head out of the house for work. I had one of those nights where I tossed and turned all night until about 2 hours before the alarm went off, and I fell into a nice deep sleep and felt grouchy when the alarm went off. On days like this, I dearly love to go down to the beach and try and just breathe and relax a bit, but I don't have time for that today. So I'm going to employ a bit of reverse psychology on myself, or some such term, I don't know, I'm not a psychologist. I've got my beach knitting project, my lovely sock, that you did see me knitting down on the beach earlier on in the week, and I'm going to sit and try and put in the toe, or at least the majority of the toe, try and channel those feelings that I get when I'm on the beach just by sitting on my sofa. We'll see if I can fool myself or not. The time has come for me to head out of the door to work. I'm happy to say I have a toe, so I've just got to Kitchener the end stitches there, but I didn't do that this morning because when I Kitchener I like to do the next stage of a sock, so either that's cast on the second sock, or in this case it will be picking up the stitches for the heel. Because as long as the stock stays on the needles, then I'm more likely to reach for it and pick it up. If I leave it at a state where I've got to do something, then I'm afraid that my sock might languish. So I left it there, and yeah, pretty pleased with that, ready to tackle the day. Welcome to my sunny garden. It's Friday, 4 PM, and I was going to do a little bit more work. Always more work to do, isn't there, if you try? But I have decided to call it a day and sit in the sunshine, and I'm going to graft that toe together and pick up the stitches for the heel on that sock that I was working on this morning. I've got an adult beverage. I don't usually indulge in adult beverages, let alone this early in the afternoon, but it was in the fridge and it's cold and it's really delicious. It is Rosy Pig rhubarb cloudy cider. If you can ever get your hands on this and you like rhubarb and you like cider, you'll love this one. Grafting a toe, drinking cider, what could possibly go wrong? Cheers. Good morning, it's Saturday morning, it's 8:30 a.m. and I'm getting ready to head out to work for a few hours, and then hopefully I'll get to relax a bit more this afternoon. Maybe there'll be a bit more knitting time. I didn't end up vlogging that much last night. All I did last night was put in the heel on this first sock, and that was it. So I am going to try this morning before I head out the door to graft this heel and cast on for the second sock. And then I'm going to try and resist and put this away and make it so that it is once again my beach knitting project rather than my go-to knitting project. I'm hoping to get some work done on James's cardigan this afternoon. So I've done it. First sock is complete, second sock cast on and first row knitted. So that can now go back into the lovely project bag and go into my bag and return to being my beach knitting. It's a pretty good start to the day, I think. You might notice from a lot of these clips that I'm a bit of a floor dweller. I sit on the floor a lot at home. I always have since I was a kid, not sure why. My bones are getting a bit old and creaky for hard floors now, but I still do it as often as my poor old joints will allow me. Nearly 9 o'clock and I'm finally sitting down to knit. So I've got my newtie cat behind me. So yeah. Here we are, just starting to work on the next colour work section, so we'll see how far I can get this evening. It's Sunday morning, about 10:30 in the morning, and it's finally the weekend, yay! I've got so much I'd like to do this weekend, like knitting, crochet, spinning, all that kind of stuff, but we'll see how much I managed to get done. I did put quite a good dent in the first front piece of the dude last night. So when I showed it to you, we were down here and I finished the first colour work section and the next two colour block sections. I'm now on that middle colour work section, which, as you know, is not my favourite. But the design of this one on the front is done slightly differently. It's the same design but split into parts, so I'm hoping I'll find that less laborious. I'm going to sit and do a little bit of that now, waiting for the grocery shopping to arrive. It's 11:30, groceries were delivered. As you can see, it's chores day. There's washing hanging, not the very best of backdrops, but hey, vlogging, it's real life. I've got loads of things that I want to do on my list this weekend, involve me being inside, but it's glorious sunshine here, at least for the moment. If the weather app's to be believed, it's going to cloud over a bit later. So I figure I'm going to take advantage and sit, listen to my book and do a bit of knitting. So I've grabbed my most convenient easy knitting project, which is also meant to be my beach knitting project, but hey ho, I'm out in the sunshine, so that counts, right?
Each time I closed my eyes, I saw Father's black blade ready to cut me down. I pulled back and wiped away her tears, staring straight into her.
It's 8 p.m. and you're probably not going to be surprised if I tell you I got none of the things done that I'd hoped to get done today. We have been busy clearing and sorting out some stuff ready to hopefully change a room here at home to become a Yarn and Yarns stock room, and I've made a little video about that, so I'll post that at some point. I'm not sure which order these videos will come out in, but yeah, that's kind of taken up our day. So we're just about to eat dinner. We're a bit late getting everything done today. And I'm going to sit and knit. I posted a video today about the Summer of Socks cowl, so I think ignore James's dude sweater for the rest of the evening, see if I can get a pattern repeat or two done on the sock that I'm going to be working on. It's the zigzag sock, it's a colourwork sock. So we'll see, that's the evening plans when we finally get to them. It's 10 to midnight, Sunday night, and I am just about to head to bed. So it's time to wrap up this week in my knitting life vlog. I managed to put in a couple of repeats on my zigzag socks. I've made a mistake, I've noticed, on this half of the row. I've got a row of 6 purple stitches there, which I shouldn't have. So before I head to bed, I'm just going to pick back this half a row so that I'm back on track. As you can see, the cat's already asleep behind me. I have no idea how this vlog is going to turn out. I'm going to edit it together probably tomorrow and then upload it at some point in the week. So let me know in the comments below, have you enjoyed this format? Something kind of similar but slightly different to what I've done before? Or has it been a complete car crash? You never want to see it again. If you've enjoyed it, I'm thinking maybe I could make it a semi-regular thing. Perhaps do my week in spinning, my week in crochet. Yeah, just let me know what you think below. Anyway, stop waffling, unpick your row, go to bed. You need some sleep. Until we get to spend time together again, I hope you get to do some of the things that you enjoy. Great big woolly hugs to you all. Bye for now.